Don't be fucking rude. Are you kidding me?
What up, guys? Welcome to this episode of What the Fuck America. It's your host, Mr. Mikey V, and once again, I'm with your boy Rob. How you doing, Rob?
What up, world?
And we also got Sarah Love in the house.
What's up, guys?
Hey. Cool. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. As you can tell, it's that time. We have chosen a president. Ooh, it's crazy, right? Election time. People are either really angry or they're really happy right now, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about it and see what's going on, right? We're going to talk to our little homegrown patriot over here, Mr. Robert Rob, Revelation Rob.
Yeah. So,
what up, man? So how do you feel, man? How do you feel about what you're hearing right now, man?
Oh, man, it's the end of the world, dog. It is the end of the world out here. What the hell was y'all people thinking, man? To be honest. No, I'm not just saying you. I'm talking about y'all know who y'all is.
Right.
Y'all, it just, to me, I don't understand how you got so much evidence on this guy, what he's been doing for the past 40 years, and you guys want to vote this guy into office, man. His agenda is not good for the American people.
Okay, well, first, before we get into all of that, I think what we should talk about real quick is just the last 4 years of how people couldn't let President Donald Trump do his job, right? I mean, this guy was somebody that wasn't a politician, a career politician like Joe Biden, who had 47 years up on the hill to try to make a difference in the world. And we all, like you said, seen his policies over the years and the things he's done. That's why I am kind of confused too as to why there's so many people voting for this. And I don't think it comes down to
I think
really
part of
a
it is
thought
they're
process.
voting against Trump. I don't think they're voting for Biden. I think they're voting
against Trump just to get Trump out of office, which I think is stupid. That's pure stupidity, because I don't believe that Trump has done such a bad job in his present, in his with his campaign in the last 4 years. And at least Trump, I feel, is a guy who's going to protect the Constitution, man.
Thank you.
Right.
And Biden is not for the Constitution at all, man. And if we lose our Constitution, we're done as people. Right. And that's what we need to be fighting on. And I believe Trump, I don't really care for the guy, to be honest, but at the same time, like I said, Biden's on some other shit, man. Like, This dude's a pedophile, man.
I've always expressed, over the last 4 years, I've expressed how I didn't really like Trump as a person, like his personality and stuff like that. Like, I didn't really like how he operates himself, but like how he operated the country, I wasn't mad at, man. Like you said, the policies that he was doing, the things that he had in place were actually protecting Americans. I felt like when you step back and step out of all the rhetoric that was going on, I feel a strategy or possibly a tactic of the left to sit there and constantly just badgering him over things that they ultimately found out weren't true. Right. So they basically took his 4 years and shit on his 4 years. He could have done a lot more if he didn't have people just from day one, from his inauguration,
fighting all these people.
Right.
Yeah, slowed his production down.
And there's a lot of hypocrisy going on the left, I feel like, because those people are being forced to just swallow it, take it, ha ha ha, that's what it is. But yet they took all 4 years just constantly F Trump, he did this, he did that, take him to court. They didn't let it go from day one during his, when he got elected, when he became president-elect in 2016. So I don't see any of the fairness there, really. And there's a lot of hypocrisy going on. There's a stupid fucking fly that's bothering me right now. I think it's the same fly that was up on Mike Pence.
On Pence. The Penske fly.
The Penske fly, man. Come on,
that's funny as fuck.
At me. Anyway.
No, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just there's a lot of shit that what really gets me is that out of 300 million of people, these are the only two clowns that we can find to run the country in the first place, man. That's where it boils down to. Like, so I have people that are like, well, who'd you vote for? Who you vote for? I don't want to vote for either one of these guys because I don't really care for either one of them. So I got people getting mad at me because, for one, I'm not voting for either one of them, but then I'm definitely not voting for Biden like they want. It just, and I had a guy tell me the reason why. Look, and this guy, he's a black guy, and he's kind of borderline racist himself against white people. But this guy he told me, he said, because he got mad at me kind of because he said, who'd you go vote for? I said, nobody. He was like, man, he said, and then right when he said that, I said, why did you vote? He was like, yeah, I voted for Biden. And I was like, well, why? He was like, because Trump's racist. And I'm like, you don't think that Biden is racist?
Right.
I mean, he was like, well, it's just the lesser of the two. Trump puts it out more than Biden. Come on, man. How stupid does that sound, though?
It does.
So you want to vote for the lesser of the two evils? I mean, it just.
I mean,
just the way people think about the situation
kind of the choice they have right now.
But that's what exactly. That's what America has given us, and it doesn't make sense, man. I know there could be a lot. Mike, I would vote for you if you ran for president. You see what I'm saying? Why can't we have a regular American, a regular person? It doesn't have to be some celebrity. It doesn't have to be some. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a school teacher become a president.
Well, isn't that where some of these kind of outsider politicians come from, right? Like hardworking, like Joe Biden, for instance, right? When I was a boy in Scranton, Ohio, I was a boy in Scranton. He like said that every time. I'm a boy in Scranton. Like, I mean, there are people that rise up out of the level down here, and then they rise up to the levels of politics and, your city politics, and then maybe it goes further than that.
I feel like it's more of a selection than an election. So they should just start calling it, the president selection instead of election, because I believe that the president is chosen. And I got a myth about what's going to happen if you guys want to hear it with all this shit going on right now. I believe that Trump is not going to let this go. I believe that he's going to fight it all the way and possibly get it overturned. So, I mean, it's a lot. It's some crazy mess going on right now.
Well,
either way, I believe it's going to start. I mean,
this isn't the first time.
It's going to start riots and shit and protests, mad protests.
This isn't the first time that there's been allegations of fraud in the election, and this isn't the first time that the election has been overturned. I believe there were 2 other times in history. I know one of them was during 2000, and I think another one was during like way olden days. Like I'm talking about I'm talking like the 4th or 5th.
So who are you talking about? One of them, Bush Jr.?
Yeah, when Bush and Al Gore, that one in 2000.
Yeah, Bush shouldn't have won that shit either. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a selection, man. Right. They're all rigged. They're all fake. They just want to give the American people the illusion of choice.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And we really don't have a choice because it all comes from the top, man.
I feel
And
like
they
that
select who they want
sometimes.
in.
I feel like that sometimes. That's why I put out a small video on my Facebook saying how I felt that really, whether you're right or left, like I feel like nothing gets done for the people, because you got politicians up here that are living in this like higher level, then you got the regular, people of America who are living at this level, and then you got like this middle section of people who are like borderlining rich, kind of, at least making a few 100,000 a year.
So listen, Biden wants to send all our jobs back to China, which Trump has been fighting to get out of China, to give the American people jobs back. You know what I'm saying? So Biden, he wants to reverse that, send all our jobs out of country again. He wants to raise your taxes. I mean, why would people want to vote for that?
Okay, well, let me just to play devil's advocate. One of the reasons that your taxes would be raised is for climate change. Like
that's bullshit. The climate change scam is bullshit. It's bullshit.
Is it though? I mean, we can tell. You're scientists, bro. Scientists can tell parts of the world have definitely changed over the last 50 years. And
yeah, and they can also tell that all the planets are warming up. So it ain't just because of humans and cows farting.
What do you mean?
Come on, man.
All planets. Where did you hear that?
You're scientists. I heard that a couple years ago.
Oh, I never heard that. I mean,
they said Mars is heating up, Venus is heating up.
So what does that mean?
It's because
that
we were in a solar maximus. Yeah, we were a solar maximus, which we're just getting out of the solar maximus now. And that shit happens like every, I don't know, couple hundred years or some shit.
Pretty sure it was a solar flare.
No, solar. There's a thing called solar maximus. It happens. Did they say every 10 years it happens or something? Well, either every 10 years or every 100 years, it's a solar maxis where there's more black or sunspots on the sun, which makes the sun hotter. Okay. And that's what.
Well, okay. So this is part of the divide then right here. See what I mean? So part of the divide is that people feel that these can be natural phenomenons. The other part is that these are leftover footprints from what humans are doing here on Earth.
But you know what the people with this whole climate control shit is, bruh, is to place carbon taxes on people. You know what that means? That you're going to be taxed to breathe on this planet. What kind of shit is that? And that's Biden.
How?
That's Harris. Tax.
How do they
money?
Tax?
I don't know how they plan to do the shit, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to put a carbon tax. How do you tax that? They're going to do it. That's their whole agenda. That's what they want to do.
Well,
they will do it if they're in office.
I'm just curious to know.
Just like they tax everything else. Just like they tax everything else.
Well,
they'll come up with some number, man. They'll come up with a number. Will each human estimate part of carbon monoxide we put into the ozone layer or whatever, they'll rate it out. They'll prorate it. I don't know. They'll figure something out, but that's their whole agenda, though.
Well, and another thing is the jobs. Is the jobs going back across, across the oceans like that? That's another big one. Is that we're going to be losing our jobs in a time where we're already losing our jobs due to a silent killer, due to this virus that's going on. People are getting shut down. I believe, weren't you reading something, Sarah, about Biden has already put together some kind of
a coronavirus task force?
Yeah. Oh, his coronavirus.
Yeah, he created this task force that he is going to be implementing before he is actually.
Okay, what is this? What is this fucking task force?
I didn't actually read the whole article. Yeah. I just kind of saw it as a headline, and I was like, he's already making moves. It just happened to have followed a conversation about, well, nothing's going to change for at least a couple more months because
a coronavirus task force, huh?
White House until January, and then. And I happened to be on the internet and saw this link, and I was like, well, that's ironic.
Yeah. I guess you can take that a couple different ways. Like, I guess the president-elect is not fucking around and he's already going to start either working for the people or working on his agenda. I don't know. But either way.
I don't know. That kind of scares me, man. A coronavirus task force, huh?
Well, we had
a plan to defeat COVID.
I don't understand how you plan to defeat a virus that the whole world can't stop. That's where I'm
with a task force. It just doesn't make sense to me, man.
I'll give the lefties this. I will give them this, that I think that President Trump could have been a little more caring on the part of coronavirus. Like maybe not in the effect of, he's being a realist on the fact that he can't really fix anything. But I think if he would have been a little more encouraging with the mask wearing, because obviously that has proven to work. I think the numbers show that by wearing the mask, you do drive the infection rate down. So, I mean, if he would have pushed that a little bit more, I think he would have fell on the side of everybody, and I think the votes would have been a little more clear as to who is the winner and who is not, and it would have been less of a close race. I think, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a recount, though, I believe. So it's gonna be the next couple of months are gonna be very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, there's going to be a recount. There's going to be an investigation, which I think he deserves. Don't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think he deserves it. With all the finger pointing that went on during his term, I believe, and then finding out that he was not in any kind of collusion with Russia, that there was nothing going on there. They all came out and said it, and printed documents and papers and made movies and clips and stuff already about it. So
I say, hey, if Joe makes it in, we need to open up his closet, though. We definitely need to look into that guy's closet.
Yeah, I mean, anybody
bring it out to the table, just like you did Trump. Yeah, let's do it. Keep it going.
Oh boy, those people are gonna be mad, huh? When they start seeing the F Biden stuff all day on their Facebook, like the way Trump people saw it all day on their Facebooks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But you never know. Maybe, just maybe he might do something different. You never know, man. You never know.
I've already seen a theory that Kamala Harris is I mean, it's been a meme, but it's obviously came from a theory that she is planning on Joe dying quickly so that she can just have
That's crazy. That's crazy that you say that, because I've been looking at some crazy stuff like that too, and it also goes back to a 2000 episode of The Simpsons that actually predicted Donald Trump. No, seriously, they actually predicted Donald Trump getting into office, but it said he would run a short term, and then after that, there would be a female president, which was Lisa in the episode. And ironically, Lisa, what she has on her neck is the same necklace that Nancy Pelosi wears. And it looks like the same outfit she wears. So this could play out two ways. And I still think the prediction will come true in the next couple of months. I believe this prediction will come true. And it can go either way, because also, hold on. Y'all just bear with me for a second. There was a guy, I watched the video last night on YouTube where he was explaining there was this Microsoft game that was made for PC, I believe. And everything, the intro of this game is everything that's happening right now. It basically had the timeline of 2020.
What's the game called?
I can't remember what the game is called. Maybe we'll be able to leave a link or something to it, or maybe I can link that video to the bottom of this video so you guys can watch it as well. But it was something Battlefield or something, man. I can't remember what it was. But either way, the story was like it started off with the election. They said the election was a fraud, so they had to do a recount and all this, and that caused mass panic and like riots and all this stuff. And they said that the guy that was calling for the fraud was Donald Trump. and he got it overturned, and he got a second term. And after he got a second term, a month or two later, there was a small nuclear device that went off in Washington, killing him and his vice president, which would put Nancy Pelosi in office. Same way with even if Biden does win, I feel like something's going to happen to Biden. He's going to be out and Harris will take over, which we definitely don't want. We don't want Pelosi or Harris in office or Biden. So
I'm not fond of any of our choices.
But it's just ironic that a lot of people were, and you said, what did you say? That Kamala Harris?
The meme was Joe Biden was in a wheelchair and Kamala Harris was pushing it, and he was like, "Yay, we got the presidency!" And then she put him off the cliff, and she was like, "Yay, I got the presidency."
The dude looks half dead, bro. The dude looks half dead. So, but guess what? He's got either way. I don't believe he's gonna make it, man. Something's gonna happen, and that's gonna put a female in office. And the Simpsons prediction does come true.
I mean, the Simpsons have been right about a few things.
A lot of things. So,
but yeah, I mean, can we really take cartoons like that seriously?
I don't.
We can with the Simpsons, bro, because they for some reason, it's like they got a crystal ball or something, man. I'm telling you.
All this stuff is kind of crazy. I just, we should feel a little more better about
what's going to happen. What's going to happen if Trump gets it overturned? That's going to cause an uprising itself, right?
With Joe Biden, he was the part of the framework to the Patriot Act. We all know the Patriot Act, the thing that got us in just after 9/11. Took our privacy. We still don't have that back. We still didn't get that right back.
I mean, yeah, Joe and Obama, they damn near killed the automotive industry, and Trump brought it back. So when Biden gets in office, that's gone, bro. Like Wisconsin, Detroit, all them places, man, that boom in the automotive, they're out of business. They're sending all that shit back across seas, man.
I think people just need to chill out a little bit, because the thing is we still have the wheels of justice, and we still have the Constitution. You know what I mean? Like, so you still have the House, the House and the Senate and the executive branch. They all got to work together. So
yeah, but Biden and Harris's campaign is not for the Constitution. Biden wants to take your guns. As soon as he gets in office, he's taking guns.
But guys, as long as there's a nice mix of Republican and Democrat in the House and in the Senate, there's going to be a fair
Harris. She's taking guns.
They can't just take them, bro. They're going to be.
They're taking the guns.
Has to get voted on, and if there's enough Republicans in those places to bat that stuff down, it can't get crossed. It can't get across. It's not going to make it. So, as long as we hold some power in those seats, in those places, the red party and the Republicans, if they can hold some of those seats in those places, then I think the outcomes will still be pretty fair. Things are going to run as normal. I feel like that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I think we're in trouble either way, to be honest. So everybody needs to prepare.
That could have been why Trump wanted that judge on the Supreme Court so fast before the end of the election. Get another Republican in there to ensure that there's fairness. Because if you got a Democratic president and vice president, and then you also got Democrats that own the Senate and the House, now you got a problem. Now I think at that point you got to worry a little bit, because all those ideals and all those agendas could definitely come true at that point. If you got enough,
I think they should all go down for treason, to be honest, bro. I believe treason. They should all go down for treason. It's a fraud, man. They were fake ballots. It's a scam, and they rigged it for Joe to win. So I believe that Trump does need to investigate this, and we need to see where it goes from there. And I kind of believe that it will get overturned.
They would need to do that for people going all the way back to the Nixon administration, you know, that it's all corrupt, man. Everything that they do and have done has been corrupt. And when they get in trouble, they don't get jail time. They don't get, they get years and years and years of litigation, and they're able to still hold their seats in office. I mean, look at the Hillary thing with the emails, and then, and then Edward Snowden coming out and exposing the whole um the whole shit behind the Patriot Act, and showing the criminal elements of those things, and still people are there. This guy is going to be our president, and it's like no one cares. No one cares about when they commit crimes. How are we able to hold our officials and our leaders accountable for this stuff, man? Because I guarantee if it was me and you
we'd be dead, we'd be gone, we'd be dead,
at a city level, if you look at it like a mayor and somebody who's helped running the city. I mean, you think if those people get caught doing those kind of crimes?
I mean, tampering with a presidential election, man, is a huge crime, like a huge crime,
right?
Like put to death type of shit.
What happened in 2000? Nobody was found. I mean, they found fraudulent activity going on in the election, but who ever went to jail? Whoever was accounted for anything?
That's bullshit, man.
Right? So people see, I think people at this ground level, we all need to like stick together, man. We need to understand that I think a lot of these politicians, right or left, really are about their own agendas. They're not about helping us out, because I also said in that video snippet about how really both administrations haven't helped nobody out. I mean, we didn't get no help during COVID from Trump's administration except for a $1,200 check and a couple of contracts stating that you couldn't get evicted for not paying your rent.
Trump was trying to give us more, though. Trump was trying to give us more, but Pelosi and them kept fucking all that up.
Right.
So I mean, I wouldn't say that Trump wasn't really trying to do all he could do.
Well, I mean, yeah, he could have. I mean, he has the power to write an executive order. He could have overturned that and used some of our money to help the citizens. He could have, but like I said, their game as politicians, the game that they play is different from how we live here on this level, right? Their game that they're playing is for them. It works for them, their benefits, the people that are holding all the money, all the power, all that shit. Their back and forth works for them, and we're just like this little. We're like the crowd watching the game, watching the fight, and picking who you think is going to be the best. But really, and then when you leave that game and when you leave that fight, I mean, what do you leave with? Nothing. You just had a good time with your friends. The guy that you were rooting for won, and you go back home to your regular life, right? That's what this is, man. And people are over here fighting, losing friendships, dumping family. Over these two guys, over these two opponents, these two clowns that are really doing nothing for nobody. Like I said, Trump didn't do much for people during COVID. Neither did Obama's administration during the housing crash of 2008, which Joe Biden was
a part of
president also in that whole thing. And all they gave us was a $500 stimulus package on our taxes, and they did a cash for clunkers deal on your car. So really, nobody's helping us out. And I think the country, the youth, is brainwashed by celebrity culture, by pop culture, by money, the idea of being rich and balling out and having all this stuff, you know. It's all fake, man. It's all fake. And
It's
we
an
need to
illusion.
realize, yeah, we need to realize that that people are brainwashed by this, man. And that's what's really dividing us here in the country. That's what's really dividing. It's not about red and blue. It's not about, you know, whose taxes are going to be affected, because one, we need the tax system. Okay. We need it. We all need to chip in and be able to give money so that we can take care of infrastructure. We need to put more money towards our education systems. We need to put more money towards helping our people here at home with homelessness, welfare. California is being ravaged. LA is being ravaged. There's like in that Skid Row, which is like 4 or 5 block radius, is now turned into 70,000 plus homeless people, tents, blue tents everywhere. So, I mean, people got to understand that this country isn't in a good place right now. As much as they want to believe it is, it's not. And, you know, you could blame that on Trump being an arrogant asshole. You can blame it on people fucking up the country, the Democrats fucking up the country with their trade deals and things. But really, none
Man,
of
it boils down to who we the people are allowing this shit to happen, man. Like I go back to saying, out of 300 million people in this country, and the only 2 dipshits we can find to put up and to be the face of our country is Donald Trump, Mr. Orange Guy, or sleepy, creepy Joe Biden, the pedophile. This is America, man. We're supposed to be the greatest country in the world. And these are the 2 guys this is the only 2 people that we, as the people, put into the place or put into power to run our country. It blows my mind. I know
it also blows my mind that we can never get anybody that's not red or blue, because we do have other parties.
That's
we do
what I'm
have
saying.
other parties. We have independent parties. We have the Green Party. We have other parties that I think could make it, but for some reason, those guys don't ever. I mean, Joe Jorgensen was a person in this race. That person's votes were being counted, and you almost didn't hear about her, you know?
Yeah, it's like the people that we really need in charge is the ones they get out in the beginning, like Ron Paul. That guy was very good, and he understands totally what's going on, and people just got him out, swept him underneath the rug like he was nothing, because it's all set up, it's all rigged, and it's the money. It's the money that talks, man, with these campaigns and shit.
Yeah, on that end, yeah. But and it's also the media, man. The media,
yeah,
gosh, the media. I'm really disappointed.
The media is it's the worst thing in America right now, is the fucking media, because that's what's controlling the masses of the people. Right. And like how they're not even coming out saying that it could be a potential, you know, fraudulent election. They're already just pushing for Biden. He's the new president. He's the new president. That's all you're seeing right now. When there's other news floating around, and you know they know this news, but they're not going to put that out because they control the masses, and they want to push this Joe Biden, because they're trying to fuck over Trump, man. It's fair is fair, dude. Fair is fair, and it should always be a fair election, one way or another, you know. But I don't know.
It is, man. It's crazy.
It's frustrating. It really is, and it's gonna get to the point where it's just about.
If it were up to me, I would have voted for Andrew Yang, man. I think that dude had some good ideas.
Yeah, I don't know who he was, but I'm sure he could have been better than these 2 guys. So
yeah, man, he was calling for. He was calling.
I'd rather vote for Kanye, to be honest, bro. Seriously,
I saw a meme that said, "Has anybody checked on Kanye?"
I know what happened to Kanye. Shit, or The Rock, or hell, or Lisa Simpson. She would have been a good president, you know.
Lisa Simpson.
It just, yeah, man. I don't anybody but these 2 dudes. It just blows my mind, and people are okay with this shit, man. Your kids aren't going to be eating 10 years from now, man.
I liked Andrew Yang's idea of universal based income. Like that, I think would help.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's awesome too, man. I think the government giving all the citizens $1,000 every month it was a big help. Now, I can see the argument on both sides on whether or not that would make population lazy and more entitled, or is it people going to take it and use it as that little bit of help that's going to get them to where they want to be?
See, it shouldn't even be all about that. They don't even really have to give us money like that every month. All they have to do is get the damn feds out of here, man. Get the taxes out of here. Get the feds out.
You need the taxes though, bro.
You don't need the feds, and you don't need the federal tax, man. That's the big tax. You don't need that shit. What are they doing with it? They're not even a part of this country. Why are they here?
The federal
They're not
tax?
the feds, bro.
They are
the
part of this
IRS.
country.
No, they're not. They are not. They're offshore, bro. They have nothing to do with America, but they tax everybody in America. How is that possible? Since 1913. Yes. Do your research.
Mm-hmm.
Do your research.
I'm gonna have to, man, because I feel like that ain't right. How's that? Offshore.
You can ask the IRS to show you documents stating that we have to pay them taxes. They cannot show you anything. They're bullies, man. They had some type of deal, and they're bullies, bro. They're not even supposed to be here in this country. That why you think Trump has been trying to get the motherfuckers out of here? Because he knows that. See, Biden want to roll with him.
I thought I was under the impression that the Internal Revenue Service was like,
they are not a part of the United States.
Listen,
they are not.
This is what I thought. This is what I think.
Sarah,
is that they're part of where we pay our money into, and then they take it to the White House to be distributed to where it needs to go. Whether we're paying for the infrastructure like roads,
they've been stealing from us. I mean,
I agree that it's high. I agree that it's high, then it's too much, or that a lot more money should be coming back to us in other ways, like maybe during COVID, it should be paying for people's rents. We should be having, school debt should be not a thing. We shouldn't be in debt, for going to school, for learning something, when half of this stuff that the people learn, they don't even get jobs in those fields. They don't even pay them, but they still pay to the end of their life. Even, if you don't pay your student loans, they start taking your Social Security, they take your everything.
Yeah, but I'm saying we pay a federal tax, dude. We pay a tax to these people. I can see paying tax to our state that we live in, but why are we paying the feds taxes for what? And what do they do with the money? Do you ever see any of this money? Are you ever going to see any of that money back?
That money goes to
what, your Social Security? We have Social Security.
Our military. It goes to other federal budgets that are out there, like I don't know, man. What are some of the federal agencies? Those people got to get money somehow, right? Isn't that where that money comes from?
No. Well, we'll have to check it out. I think we'll have to do some. That could be another episode, right? We could. I don't know enough about it, I guess, to say whether or not they are a part of us or not a part of us. I feel like they are. I feel like that would. I mean, you can't just. It would be like the way you're explaining it is like, say if you have a little brother and an older brother, and they're trading candy, and all of a sudden you got the neighbor kid just comes over and says, I want 2 pieces of candy from you, and I want 2 pieces of candy from you. And then he just goes back home with his 4 pieces of candy. That's basically what they do. You and your brother are just left there like to divvy out what you have left for yourselves. Like, okay, well, this is how we're going to figure out what's left out of this. To me, that's what it sounds like you're saying, but I don't think it's like that. That is like that. I feel like. What do you guys think? If it's like that, comment below. If it's not like that, don't comment. More like you got two brothers that are trying to figure out how much candy to give each other, and then you got to have mom or dad come in and step in and be like, okay, this is where it's going to go because this is what's fair. That's what I feel like the Internal Revenue Service is. No, they are not, dude. Like I said, they are an offshore company that steal from the American people. They've been doing it. They steal from the world, man. They have no part of this country. Why you think Trump's been trying to get them out? We don't need the fucking feds, man. They're taking our money from us.
Right. Well,
why can't we have our money? That's what I'm saying.
What do you
the federal government should not be involved with any country, to be honest. We shouldn't let these people be in our country and run our fucking system or have anything to do with our system.
Yeah.
That's where we fucked up at in 1913 when they allowed the Federal Reserve to intervene with the US, with the Treasury and everything. Like there's documentaries on that shit, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dive into that a little more, because I feel like we would need something like that. I feel like we need someone to kind of take our money and spread it out to the right places.
Our government was doing that, not the federal government.
What do you mean okay? I thought our government is the federal government.
Well, basically it is now, because they took it over, basically.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely dive into that, bro.
I get the feeling this is some like aliens thing.
No, it's not actually. It's not. It's really not. I don't think it is. I really don't. I think it is.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know. We'd actually have to see it. We have to check it out. Either way, I think people just need to chill out right now and take a deep breath and know that I don't think this is going to be the end of the world. That Biden being in office isn't going to be the end of the world. That as long as there is a fair majority of Republicans and Democrats inside the House, the Senate, and the executive branch, I think it's going to be fair. I think we're going to see life is going to go on as normal. The way we see it, we might see changes here and there. I hope Obamacare don't come back. You guys, please don't bring that.
Oh yeah, well, with Biden being in office, Obamacare is right back. So that was the man that helped
voted back in. I would hope so, man, because I mean that didn't help people. I mean, being forced to have insurance, people don't have money as it is, and I mean I could attest to that, especially dealing with type 1 diabetes, man. I gotta buy medications, I gotta have doctor's appointments, I gotta have all this stuff in line, right? You know, so being forced to have insurance when it's actually cheaper for me to not have insurance. It's cheaper for me to just go to the doctor when I know I need to go to the doctor
and pay that copayment, that $50 or $75 payment,
right,
and then let it go to collections.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
And I get discounts. On my medication through programs and stuff with the pharmacy and the doctor's office. So it's really not that expensive when you look at it. It could be a little bit lower in price. What really tears people up is having to have that insurance and then when you don't have it, getting charged $1,500 on your tax return when you don't have that insurance. That was Obamacare. Okay. I don't think that's good for people. I hope you guys don't vote that stuff in. I hope that kind of just stays to the side and we kind of roll with what we got going on. So
what do you think? This is it? Biden's the next president? This is it?
It could be, man. It could very well be. And so if that's the case, I'm just going to say congratulations. You know, I'm going to be the bigger one out of all this, because all the fighting, regardless of who or what side you go for, if you're going to fight with each other, nothing will get done. That's for sure. That's for sure. So I just say everybody needs to just chill out. You guys need to love each other, respect each other, because like I said, this is just a giant game. We just watched the
movie,
the fucking Super Bowl of the country. We just watched the fucking, and we should be able to leave this stadium laughing about
the outcome.
We just experienced the outcome, everything, and patting each other on the shoulder and telling each other we had a good time. That's how we need to be exiting this, because honestly, like I said, man, when you leave those types of events, you're not leaving that event with anything other than.
I believe this
good
event is
time
not
and
over
America.
yet, though. It's not over yet, guys.
Might not be.
Just
Might
hold
not.
on to your pantyhose until you see, because Kansas is about to go bye-bye.
Is that a threat, Rob?
No.
No. Anyway, go ahead and comment below. Tell us what you guys think about the selections. Is this the last of humanity? Are we gonna die? Is this it?
Rob seems to think so.
Rob seems to think so. I don't know, guys. I think we need to just chill out and wait it out, man. Be patient. But let us know. Let us know what you guys think. Regardless of who you are, man, I think of who you voted for. I think we all should come out of this with a clear conscience, a clear mind, and some what's the word I'm looking for? Don't be pessimistic. Be optimistic. How about that? Be optimistic. Maybe this could be something good for us. So let us know. You guys can check us out at What the Fuck America YouTube. You guys can check us out on our Facebook page at What the Fuck America Podcast. And you can also check us out at What the Fuck America 19 on our Twitter account. Okay, guys? We love you. Thanks for showing up. And have a good week, guys. Come on. Woo. Bye.
Don't be fucking rude. Are you kidding me? Get out. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how the elections went.
So this is the dipshit show. That's what we're gonna say. Welcome.
What you're putting out, all this news and shit.
Mike, I'm high, man. You done lost me like about 2 minutes ago, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Damn, got my water.
Mike went to go ring.
All right. Oh, your ass look like a sausage link, bro. Pringle. Corn
Great
dog.
impression of a hot dog.
I was just thinking that.
That means strangle, but basically whoop and strangle at the same time, right? Is that what y'all call them? That's smooth. Wrangle the kids. I like that. No, I just see Mike crying. Okay, cool. All we got is these 5. And then
I think he froze up there. Froze up, right?
oh,
You fucking froze
did
up.
I?
What up, America? It's me, your host, Mr. Mikey V, and here again with your boy Rob. What up, Rob? How you doing? Okay, we're gonna have to start that over. Okay.
I'm fucking dead.
And we're gonna go ahead and let you know we can find us at. I fucked up. Yeah. Come back to us, Revelation Rob. Don't leave us. Please, my friend. Come back. Sorry, guys. We'll talk while he's thawing out. You were talking about The Simpsons and all these crazy little predictions.
Did I get to the good part before I cut out?
Well, what was the good part? I don't know.
I don't
what's
fucking know.
What's a good part to you?
Oh my god,
Oh
dude.
my god.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and I fucked up again.